Hey guys, it's Roxanne from RoxanneLynch.com. Hey, how's it going? You're in your neck of the woods today. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about credibility. What do you do and what steps do you take when you feel that you are brand new? Or maybe you've been around the block a while and you just don't have, or you don't believe that you have any credibility. How do you begin your business? How do you begin conversing with people? How do you reach out? How do you connect? And that's what I want to talk about. Okay, so I want to give you 3 easy steps of how to build some credibility within your business, and definitely so you guys can have what I call getting to the sunny side of life. Okay, because I believe that there is enough sunshine and success for everybody out there to have some goodness going on in their life, you know, to definitely get some traction and some momentum within my birthday month of May. It's like, yay! So I want to share some of the steps that I took myself, some things that I teach my team within social retail, and these tips are applicable across any businesses out there. If you are building a business online, this is something that I know that you guys will definitely be able to pick up, take up, and apply and teach this to your team and empower them, okay? Empower yourself and share the message forward. This is going to be a very share-worthy video, I promise you. Because if we're thinking about this, there's so many times when women are trying to connect with other women and they feel that they can't do something because they don't feel that they have the credibility. We sometimes, remember that old conundrum we used to get into when, you know, we want to apply for a job, but they're saying, well, to get the job, you need to have experience. And I'm going, well, that's why I need the job, because I need the experience so then I can get the job. And you get into that, like that role, that spiral, and that's what can happen within our own brains. We become our own worst enemies and we shoot ourselves in the foot by thinking that we need to have credibility before we can build a business. We think we need credibility before we can sign any team members up and sponsor any women within our businesses. We believe we need to have credibility and we need to have all these results before you can market some products, you know, or, you know, when I'm earning $1,000 a month, then I'm going to go talk to that person that's on my scaredy cat list. Does that make some sense? But how does that happen when you have these self-beliefs of self-worth and you have this in our brain that we can't do these things until we have results, till we can't market that product until I've lost the 25 pounds, then I can talk about it, you know, and we damage our businesses, we damage and we slow ourselves down. Not only within our businesses, but also within our heart and our mindset as our beautiful women that we are. Okay, so I want to share some ideas because we need to break free of these thoughts that we have to have success before we can do certain actions, okay? And so I want to give you these 3 little tips so you guys can come forward and break free of the past mindset, thoughts, and beliefs, and you guys can actively begin today, or maybe first thing in the morning, depending on where you are catching this in your neck of the woods, but you are going to want to be able to apply these things because we have to release those past mindsets and beliefs that we can't do this because we don't have the skill sets, or I can't do this because I don't have the team, or I can't do this because I don't have those results. All right, so the very first thing that I want you guys to remember, that there is nothing more powerful than tools. And I'm not just talking about your company tools. So there's nothing stronger than the tools that we have. And I want us all to believe that our company does an amazing job of supplying a lot of tools for our success, especially within social retail, using and applying attraction marketing, using Facebook as a tool for us to have some success. But our own tools that we hold within ourselves and that we hold within our team. And that is the power of stories, okay? Because we know that stories can tell a tale. And they add that deflection of credibility to somebody else. And credibility via stories is duplicatable because it's your story. It's their story. And no one can take that away from it, okay? So sometimes when you toss out facts and figures and data, that doesn't really connect with a person and it's always disputable, right? But a story isn't disputable. No one can question your story. No one can tear it apart and say that's a lie, you know, because that's just that just doesn't happen, okay? We know some people are exaggerators and they fabricate a couple extra details, but when it comes to marketing, a very easy way to build our businesses for sponsoring new teammates, for use within product, and having that belief to talk to a person can come from stories, okay? Because that is true. That rings true. So, you know, when I tell a story, I'll use one of my mentors, Erin's, for example. You know, she was a working from home mom. She was a jewelry smith, and she went through a divorce, and she had 2 teenage boys that she was trying to feed. Her jewelry making business was only earning her about $1,200 a month. That's barely going to feed 2 growing boys, let alone, you know, pay a mortgage and plus bills and their cell phone bills and all those kind of crazy things living in a small community on Vancouver Island. She had to do something, and she had to figure it out quickly, because working at the grocery store still wasn't going to pay it, you know? So she stumbled across this industry called network marketing, and she failed miserably. In fact, she spent like $6,000 on her credit card, and she was banging her head against the keyboard, and one night she stumbled across something called attraction marketing. And she figured, why the heck not? I've tried everything else. I already have a racked up credit card. What is another $100? Okay, and her life has changed vastly. She's now, you know, a 6-figure earner. She travels. She loves taking her boys on trips. You know, and I know that you want to be home with your boys too. You know, so I mean that's just Erin's story. So what I suggest you to do is beginning to collect stories, okay? And this is something you can do within your team. And it's something I'm actually going to encourage my team and my leadership within our elite society, within our social retail business, is to create a document folder, okay? This is a big nugget for you guys. Create a document folder where you ask your teammates to contribute their story. Keep the little video maybe to 3 minutes or less, so you're not wasting your whole day listening to audio videos, but have your winners, whether they've only just begun their business, of why they've began their business, or what they intend, why they began the product, ask them their story. So you can share that story with another woman that might be a plumber. Share it with another woman who, you know, might want to be staying at home with her boys. Share it to another woman who is a middle management corporate and pulling her hair out over stress and anxiety. Another woman who maybe is like, you know, 55, 60 and is on the cusp of retirement. Share these different stories of all these other women in these different stages of their lives, so you can connect with that woman, so she can feel that she is in that place and space where this other woman is beginning to make a difference and an impact in her life. Maybe it's just because she didn't even know what a lead was, and this week she got 5 new leads from doing a story post or a curiosity post on her page. Or she just began this product, and you know, normally some products natural products, as we know, take different lengths of time for different women. And her husband asked if she had got Botox. Heather's husband asked if Heather had Botox in her forehead, because you know how some women have the really big furrows there, and she recently started on my liquid collagen, and her furrows are diminishing, and her husband thought that she'd gone and spent $700 on Botox shots. Okay, so what is going on within your world, within your clients, that is relatable and real to another woman that you're trying to connect with, okay? Stories are where the emotions are going to happen, because you know what? People buy into you and your story and your journey and your hurdles and struggles and tears and fall downs and get ups and cheers long before they're going to buy into your business or buy into your product. Okay, so stories are so powerful. So that's the very first one, okay? So collect stories, create a folder, use a notepad if that's what it takes, but begin leveraging other people's stories, because that is their results, their stories, and that is duplicatable. So if you just started your business yesterday, you can still leverage and add credibility to your business, to your journey, and to your circle, okay? Do you guys get that? Can you guys mash some emoticons on that one? Because that one is absolutely a massive, massive nugget that I wanted to drop for you guys. Tip number 2 is that you have to build your credibility by being a go-getter, okay? By walking the walk, by talking the talk, building your skill developments, and jumping into some marketing training, okay? And the reason why, and you probably heard this before, but not really for the reason I'm trying to explain it. I really want you guys to understand when you're building your credibility and you're becoming a go-getter, we know that most life skills, other than building friendships and connections and learning that we can talk to another human being because they're another human being and they have the same interest as we do. But most colleges, most courses in high school, most things through your network within your community don't teach us how to be a network marketer. Don't teach us marketing skills of proper communication and teaching these different things. So that's why we say read books, listen to audios, go to events, because that is where you're going to pick up the skills and the confidence and that self-belief, and also build the credibility to your audience that you are serious about this, that you are taking your journey, this amazing industry and profession, seriously enough that you're actually going to take a mini course. You're going to spend $50, or you're going to, join Rank Makers and spend $25 a month, or you're going to join another community, of John and Nadia's through M Life Nation, or maybe you're going to go and take in Bob Healig's Legacy Academy. There's all kinds of ways to build your credibility and proving to the world and yourself that you are a go-getter, that you are going to walk the walk, talk the talk, and grow the skills so we can show up professionally, properly, in a way that's going to connect with your target audience. Now, if you are a young mom and you are like a messy mom, then, dress as a messy mom. Have 2 screaming kids in the background and show the world that you are going to figure out how to build a business online. Okay, build your credibility somehow, some way by showing the world that you're a go-getter. Okay, so the last tip I want to give you guys is definitely showing up. Okay, this is where you get to build your trust and your credibility by showing up every day. Okay, we know that nothing is more powerful than consistency in our actions, and us showing up online and doing certain activities daily within our business is going to give you that needed and desired credibility. It's going to prove it to yourself that you're doing it every day and you're building those habits, you're building those patterns, so then you can reflect to, where you were on that alignment from where you were coming from. But when you're building that trust and that credibility by showing up every day, when someone wants to reach out and ask you questions, they know you're going to be there. They know that you are going to be there because you showed up yesterday. You're not just a kind of a here and there poster. You have a pattern to your business, except for when lifestyle kicks in, because when I take my 3 weeks at the end of coming up into June, and I jump on an airplane and I go back to the East Coast for 3 weeks, my posting might be a little bit dicey, but in the same token, I'm going to be as credible and as consistent as I possibly can, and I'm super excited because I actually get to hang out with some teammates and have a fabulous time, and I really hope lobster's in season over there. But by showing up consistently on Facebook, in your business, to your audience, doing your daily doable tasks within your blueprint, within your company. I know for us, we have a 90-day game plan. For people that, have been spinning their wheels a while, we give them a 90-day game plan. We show them the simple 1, 2, 3 steps of getting started, of how to connect with people, where to connect with them, how to do the prospecting, how to do the follow-ups, and how to build your circle. So build that trust and credibility by showing up every day and knowing that consistency builds that reliability. And again, they're going to be able to see more of you. And like I shared earlier, before they buy your stuff, before they join your team, they have to buy into you, your journey, your story, what's going on within your world, okay? So these are some of the ideas that I wanted to share tonight when it comes to building credibility. If you guys popped in late, you're going to want to catch the replay because I dropped some really significant goodies at the beginning. And as always, if you got value, feel free to share. You know, I try to keep it as generic as I possibly can for my other fellow marketers out there. But in the same token, I always make sure I deliver that extra little punch for my team because I know that they show up and they watch them. And I want you guys to have that sunny side of life. I want nothing more than your success and your happiness and your joy, okay? So sharing is caring, and by all means, if you don't know what the heck social retail is, it's the middle of the month, and you know what I'm doing right now? I'm working on my bonuses. I'm working on my incentives. And you guys know that May is my birthday month. And so there's some big, fantastical incentives and bonuses. And I'm actually thinking about giving certain bonuses to my present team so they can leverage their growth. I mean, I think that's the biggest gift I can give is to the women on my team so then they can build bigger, stronger, and better businesses. So if you don't know what the heck social retail is, ask me about it. It might be in your best interest because there's some special things coming to my team. And I look forward to seeing you guys all on the sunny side of life tomorrow. You guys take care.